Right. This is still a complete the square answer. Remember, if you're not told to answer this by completing the square, you don't do it. Because it's an awkward way to do things. But you will be asked to complete the square, so you've got to know how to do it. This sort of question, where the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1, we have to factor out that coefficient. We need to get that 3 out of there, because I can't do it. I need to follow the same system. So I factor out 3. I'm going to use big square brackets to remind myself that I'm taking out the 3. So, the x squared stays as it is. That's the whole point of factoring out that 3. I've got rid of the coefficient's 1 now. Right, this is going to have to be 4 over 3 because it doesn't factor out perfectly.
Oh, why do you have to...
Because I'm taking 3 out. So I'm dividing everything by 3. Well, it works for the first one. That becomes a 1. That's great. That's what I wanted. But this one doesn't work. If that was a 9, it'd be perfect. I could just write it. So I've just got to write that. And this is obviously going to be minus a third. Alright? Equals 0. I'll leave the equals 0 for now. Yes?
You put the x on the 4.
Yeah, thank you. On the x there. Alright? So, all I've done is I've factored out the coefficient of x squared before I start. And if it doesn't factor out perfectly, I simply write the number over whatever it is I've factored out. Because think about it, if I was to times through by 3, I have to get back to this point.
Yeah.
So 3 times that is that. 3 times that will just give me this again. And 3 times minus the third will give me that again. Alright? This now is almost like my new question. Complete the square with this. Ignore this 3 out the front for now. It's always going to be there, let's just ignore it. So, remember, it is always this layout. Plus C. Alright, this 3 stays out here. Whenever that is, I half it. So, minus 4 over 3 divided by 2 is minus 2/3. Whenever I put in there, I must now put in this part here, and this plus C isn't plus C, it's minus 1/3. Alright, it's the constant. So now it's looking complicated because it's got fractions in there. But it's the same principle all the time. Right, as I said, this is locked in. Do not change that now. That is going to stay. Leave the 3 outside. This is x minus 2/3 squared. Tidy this up. So I've got negative 2/3 squared, which is 4 over 9. The bracket becomes 4 over 9. However, what's it got out in front of it? Minus. So it's minus 4 over 9, take away a third. So I've got minus 4 over 9, hang on a second, minus 4 over 9, take away a third, gives me minus 7 over 9. I'm not going to go on until we're happy with that, where I got that minus 7 over 9. Go on, sorry.
How do you get minus 2 over... you half 4?
Yeah, whatever that halved is, that goes in there as well.
So you don't worry about the 3, like the 3 did?
I simply just put that into my calculator and said divide by 2, and that's what came out, alright? Are we happy with where that minus 7 over 9 came from?
Yes.
Because if you square minus 2/3, it is positive 4/9. But the minus is out front. So it's actually minus 4/9, take away a third. Alright? That's what I meant when I said that minus is always there. Alright? Okay, fine. That is my factored answer. To solve this, can I bring the 3 back in, please? Factor the 3 back through. So I end up with 3 minus 2/3 squared. Okay? 3. All I've done is times through by 3. So the 3 gets stuck on the front of the bracket, right? I also have to do, because I'm expanding my brackets, 3 times minus 7 over 9. So which is minus 7/3. Set it equal to 0. So when you bring the coefficient back in, you simply put it in front of the first bracket, that's not a problem, but then you multiply it by the constant as well. You happy with that, Tom? I've times the 3 by that, which just gives me...
Is 3 times minus 7 and 9?
Yes, so that's a simplify after times.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to solve this for its solutions. Start the same way. Add 7/3 to both sides. That gives me 3 lots of x minus 2 over 3 squared. There. Now, I've got a choice here. Do I square root first, or do I divide by 3?
Square root. If you do it,
Jokes divide by 3.
Let me just check this one moment.
Equals 7 over 9.
Yeah, just divide by 3, so then you got 7. Right, so, and then you can work from there.
Okay. We are going to. We have to first. Listen up. Boys. Divide by 3. To begin with. Okay. So I got 7 over 3 divided by 3 is a 7 over 9. I'm just going to write it over here because it's getting messy. I've got x take 2/3 all squared equal to 7 over 9. Alright?
Wait, isn't...
Because I've divided by 3.
Oh, sorry, you're not dividing.
No, I'm divided by 3 because it's multiplied. I'm getting rid of it. That's the only additional step. Now I take the square root of both sides, which is plus or minus root 7 over 3. Why has that gone to a 3? Because the square root of 9 is 3. Alright? That's why.
So you got to square root both the numerator and denominator.
Yeah. I'll write it up here. X minus 2/3 squared equals 7 over 9. Square root both sides. If you want to see what the step actually is, this is what happens. You square root the whole thing. Alright? And then I just tidy it up and say, well, square root of 9 is 3. So I write plus or minus. Root 7 is a third, so I don't change that, over 3. That's what I've done. I've tidied it up. That's
Yeah,
your
because
third.
it's squaring the bottom one, not the top one.
What if you just like in the fraction?
Wait, but don't you have to put the other
Because the bottom fraction is a square.
Boys, this is where we got confused last time. In all honesty, it doesn't matter. These two things are exactly the same.
Okay.
Exactly the same. So if you don't tidy it up, you're fine. Alright, at this stage you'll still be fine. The last step is to add 2/3 to both sides. So I get plus or minus root 7 over 3 plus 2/3. Alright, again, I could tidy that up again, but I'm not going to because I don't want to, confuse the pot here. But that is effectively my answer.
So you could just write it as x equals square root of 7 over 9 plus 2 over 3.
I could write that. Yeah, I could write that.
What about...
But it's not important.